What's up guys, it's Hitch here and this is your day one recap of Call of Duty Championships. Alright guys, I'm gonna try really hard to get this video out today. So in order for me to do that, I have to pretty much cut this video into like two different segments. So it's been like the first half of Friday right now, and I'm just gonna give you some updates of what we have so far. And then we obviously have a few more matches going on. As you can see, your boy's got the setup. There's an ad playing right now, so that's not very good. But regardless, I got my laptop here. I got my big TV playing it, so I got the hookup and I got all your information that you need to know. So pretty much the first thing that happened is TK played, and their very first map was Strike Zone Domination, and Theory dropped a 49 bomb. He was one away from 50 kills. So yeah, Theory went nuts. TK 3-0'd that team. TK then also 3-1'd the next team, and they have qualified for top 16. And Wild, which is the Canadian team also in TK's group, has also qualified and gotten out of pool play. So the two teams to come out of that pool are Wild and Team Kaliber. And another pretty cool thing that happened is during that Kaliber game, Revenge, the Canadian team, played Orbit. And Revenge and Orbit are both in the group with Complexity, and so those are the two teams that were most picked to come out of the group like with Complexity. So we started off the gate strong with heavy competition, and these two teams had to win this game because it's not looking very bright against Complexity, and they pretty much, it's a fight between those two squads to see who makes it out. And again, as we always see in Ghost, it goes down to 5-5 last map, and Revenge takes it. It was a super hype game. It got your nerves rattling even if you weren't a big fan of either team. And now for the big story that happened today so far at CoD Champs is Immunity. The team from Australia actually beat EnVyUs, and T1Dotters, which is also another foreign team, beat FaZe. And it's crazy. I was saying before, like these foreign teams came to play. Like I knew they were going to be underestimated, and I'm not sure if they were even underestimated or if they're just that solid of a squad. But both Envy and FaZe both won out the rest of their games, so there's a possibility that there might be a three-way tie for both of those teams. So if you're a FaZe, Envy, Daughters, TEC, Immunity, if you're fans of any of these teams, you're always on the edge of your seats. Like Twitter has been blowing up. Your favorite teams are fighting for pool play, so imagine what the top 16 is going to be like. I'm extremely excited. And while all the focus was put on these, upsets in North America, the two teams that made it through their pool play and completely sweeped everyone was Strictly Business and Complexity. Is sweeped a word? I don't know. I just said sweeped. I'm not gonna cut it out. I don't know if it's a word. Is it sweeped or swept? But man, we have seen some crazy plays. I mean, I don't have anything written down for play-wise, but just off the top of my head, JCap had a nasty two-piece to end the game against SK, and Proofy had a crazy clutch the round before that. Goonjar had a sick two-piece at the end of a Wild game. Yeah, so there were definitely some crazy plays, but before I cut and finish this half of the day one recap, I want to talk a little bit about CoD Champs and how it looks as a whole. So I don't know if you guys have seen it, but the main stage is phenomenal. It looks like us over here at the CoD Esports is getting all Hollywood on everybody. Like, it looks so good. And even if you've seen pictures of the actual pool play and where they're set up, it looks amazing as well. I mean, it really looks like, Champs is just so awesome because it looks like CoD Esports is really coming along. I mean, everything's set up great. The organization is great. The streams, they have been minimal problems with all of the streams, and that's saying a lot considering this tournament is so huge. I mean, the casters are great. Everything is just really working out, and it's super awesome to see. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut it here. I'm gonna go watch the rest of today's streams, and I will talk about it in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, we're back, and as you can tell, there's games still going on, but the big thing is that we have the first 5 groups completely figured out, and the 2 teams from each group that are gonna be moving on to the top 16 and out of pool play. So earlier I said that both EnVyUs and FaZe might find themselves in three-way tie situations in both of their pools, but it turns out that FaZe, the T1Dotters, which is in FaZe's pool, ended up winning. And so T1Dotters came out with the first seed and FaZe with the second seed out of that pool. And then, as I also said before, Complexity came out of their pool in the first seed, and Revenge, the Canadian team, came out in the second seed. Strictly Business also came out in the first seed, sweeping everybody 3-0, and Vitality Rises, which is a French team, I believe, came out in the second seed. We also have TK coming out of their pool in the first seed, and Wild, the other Canadian team, coming out in the second seed. And now for the EnVyUs Immunity TEC matchups, it actually was a three-way tie in that situation. So I said before I wasn't sure how they were gonna solve the whole three-way tie thing, but what they did is they played a one-and-done S&D between all three teams, and whichever, two teams came out on top took it. So in probably one of the most intense matchups I've ever seen, EnVyUs actually ended up beating TEC, and so did Immunity. And so TEC unfortunately was knocked out of the pool play, and EnVyUs and Immunity are gonna be able to move on. And it's kind of heartbreaking. I mean, way in the past, I had a few ties with some of the TEC guys. It's an overseas organization, and they're really nice guys, and they just have to be heartbroken. That's such a heart-wrenching way to go out. I mean, my thoughts are with you guys, and I'm sure you'll find a way to turn it back around. All right, so that leaves us with 3 more pools that we have to figure out before tomorrow morning, because all the games aren't going to be finished tonight. And I have my certain predictions about who's going to win in each pool, because as of now, in Pool G, we have OpTic and Epsilon, and then some team that I completely forgot their name, but I don't even really feel like looking it up, to be honest. I'm really sorry. Because my point exactly is Epsilon is playing them at the moment, and it is 12-2 on Blitz. So I believe that tomorrow OpTic and Epsilon are going to play each other to see who gets the first and second seed to come out of their pool. In Group H, that's the teams that are playing right here, is TCM and Xfinity, and I believe those are the 2 teams that are gonna come out of their pool. So if I'm correct, whoever wins this game is going to get the first seed. And then in Group F, which hasn't been streamed a lot for some reason, the 2 teams that I see coming out of it, because they're the top of their standings right now, are Rise and Vitality Returns. So yeah, guys, I mean, that's pretty much all we have now. It's been an amazing day of competitive Call of Duty, and if you guys appreciated the cinematics and the things that I used in this video, it's all pretty much coming from a company called CoD Esports TV. So big shout out to those guys for hooking me up with some footage. And then also, if you want to check out some live coverage and live interviews that they're doing on the scene, actually at Champs, you can check out the link in the description, and it'll be all there for you. All right, guys, well, that pretty much does it. That's been your day 1 recap of Call of Duty Championships. I'm gonna go finish watching the rest of this while I edit this video and wake up bright and early tomorrow morning and do it all over again. And I couldn't be happier. I'm so excited for, esports in general. So thanks guys for watching. I know this has been a super late night upload, but I hope you enjoyed chilling with me. I don't really know what you can put in the comments. Just put your favorite type of cereal in the comments. I don't know, I'm already getting tired. This is bad, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.